Good morning, people. Good morning, beautiful people. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of April, 2024. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favorite news platform and, of course, the home of popular culture as defined by you guys, the culture. And, of course, as always, we've got some wonderful guests today. Sorry, wonderful hosts. Can you introduce yourselves?
It's Queen of BOE.
She's back.
I'm back.
Of course, we've got Brent in the building. What are you saying, Brent?
Morning. How are you?
We thank God.
Black, blessed, and highly favoured.
Oh, we love it. How are you, Brent?
I'm alright, thank you very much.
Good.
I'm good. I think we had some comments on Spotify, but we'll leave it till tomorrow.
Okay, cool. We got some people in the chat.
Yeah. Good morning, Antonia Hansen. Good morning, Davina. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Ruby Wednesday. Good morning, Amy Snowglobe. Good morning, KM. Good morning, Star Crow. Good morning, Paul Wall. Good morning, Mel S. All the time.
Big up.
Good morning, Crud Crew. Good morning, Fernand. Good morning, Curtis Jackson. Jeez, all right then. Good morning, Abby. That is it.
Okay. Has everyone had a good Easter period? Easter holiday weekend, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah.
What'd you get up to?
I just chilled with my family, to be honest.
Okay.
It was family time, to be fair. Yeah.
Did you eat any fish?
Yeah, I did.
Is that what you normally do?
Not on the Friday, no, I don't.
Alright, okay.
I don't adhere to that.
Why?
When I grew in my household, that wasn't emphasised or a thing. Like, we must eat fish on Good Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's so funny because it's only when I got to maybe like college that I realised that that's an actual thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, my Caribbean brothers and sisters shed light on that because I was just like, okay, meat was still running. So, I mean, I had fish this weekend though.
Yeah.
I had it yesterday actually, but I just didn't have it on Friday. Good Friday.
Okay. Ben, what about you? Did you eat fish?
I eat fish every single day.
Every single day?
Salmon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I buy it from the market,
Okay.
Billingsgate. Just
Oh, is it?
lost me for a second.
In bulk?
Yeah, and then I freeze it.
Okay. Do you care if you get like wild salmon or you get like farm salmon?
Do I care?
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay, cool. I'm asking because obviously...
It doesn't say farmed salmon on the label, by the way.
Okay. I think most of them are unless they specify it's wild, innit? Because you know there's a big difference in it.
Yes.
If you look at like them side to side, one's red and one's pink, and it's been injected with dye.
The fake one.
We gotta care about our health, guys, man. We gotta care about our health.
Yes.
But yes, man. All right. Since we're leaving the comments for tomorrow, should we jump straight into our headlines?
How was your Easter?
Yeah, it was good, man. Can't complain. Like Christy, children, family, and all that.
You just call it Esther.
It's by a slip of the tongue. But yeah, that was pretty much it, man.
All right. Yes, everybody. Wooden Road will be tomorrow, God willing. Hope it is Esther graces us with her presence.
I'm sure she will.
No, I'm basically looking to have people expecting stuff.
But yes, all right. Let's go into our headlines, man. All right, guys. So our first headlines: the Conservatives could have fewer than 100 seats, according to a damning new poll, right? Which also shows that Rishi Sunak is in danger of losing his seat. A 15,000-person poll was used to create a seat-by-seat breakdown, which indicated that the Conservatives would be wiped out in Scotland and Wales and hold just 98 seats in England. The survey put Labour on 45% with a 19-point lead over the Tories on 26%. The constituency forecast suggested that Sir Keir Starmer's party could be on course for a landslide winning election, man. They would, based on this anyway, get 468 seats.
Wow.
what do you call it? For like a relative comparison, yeah. In 2019, Conservatives had 365 seats. This poll is predicting that they'll get 98 seats.
That is abysmal.
Horrible. And in 2019, Labour had 203 seats. The SNP had 48 seats. Lib Dems had 11 seats. So imagine, this is what I'm saying to you. If Labour lose, it's because Labour lost it, not because Conservatives won anything. And to be fair, I think if Labour wins, I think it's because Conservatives lost it as well.
True.
I don't think Labour's done anything to really...
no, they haven't shown anything.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Apparently, in an analysis which will fuel Conservative unease about the threat from Reform UK, the survey also suggested that Richard Tyson's party would come second in 7 seats and achieve an overall vote share of 8.5%, which is just behind the Lib Dems on 10.4%. But a model of what would happen if Reform UK didn't stand suggested that the Tories would win 150 seats, which is still a horrible, crushing defeat, but potentially giving Mr. Sunak, or more likely his replacement, a better chance to rebuild. Next headline, and this is crazy. Some 40 Conservative MPs are opposed to proposals which were contained in the criminal justice bill that would allow the police to fine or move on nuisance rough sleepers. Fine rough sleepers. This is insane.
That's your Conservatives, though. Why are you saying it's insane? That's your people, then.
They're going too far, man.
No, that's your people, then, boy.
Oh, man. The plans have been paused, this according to the Times, as ministers negotiate with critical MPs on the left and the right of the party. Conservative Minister Kevin Hollenrake said that the government planned to increase the resources so people can find a bed in a secure place. He was speaking to LBC's Matthew Wright, and he said, "I don't think it's right that people do sleep on the streets. I don't think anybody thinks it's right. So we've got to provide the places available so that people can get off the streets. But given that, I don't think people should be on the street. They should be in those safe places." Measures tabled by the Tory MP Bob Blackman, who's the MP for Harrow East, would seek to fulfil their promise to repeal the Vagrancy Act 1824, which is the law which currently criminalises rough sleeping and begging. The government promised to do so when it passed the Police Crime Sentencing and Courts Act in 2022, but only when it found a suitable replacement. And our last headline takes us to the Middle East, where Iran's Revolutionary Guards say that 7 officers have been killed in an Israeli strike on the Iranian consulate building in Syria's capital, Damascus. Brigadier General Mohammed Riza Zahedi, who's the senior commander of the elite Quds force, and the Brigadier General Mohammed Hadi Haji Rahimi, who's his deputy, were named amongst the dead as well. Iran and Syria's governments condemned the attack, which destroyed a building next door to the Iranian embassy. The Israeli military said it did not comment on foreign media reports. However, it has acknowledged carrying out hundreds of strikes in recent years on targets in Syria that it says are linked to Iran and allied armed groups which are armed, funded, and trained by the Revolutionary Guards. The Israeli strikes have reportedly been stepped up since the start of the war in Gaza in October last year in response to the cross-border attacks on northern Israel by Hezbollah and other Iran-backed groups in Lebanon and Syria. But Monday's attack will be seen as a serious escalation. The Israelis appear to be testing the resolve of the Iranians and their allies and signalling that they are serious about increasing pressure on their enemies. Iran got a serious army, though.
Yeah.
So this is just going to escalate more.
Yeah, that's what I would think that they're going to not take this down, obviously lying down.
Yeah.
There's going to be a serious retaliation.
100%. No? Yeah, that's what I think, man. Unless, again, the Americans get... And it's surprising that the Americans obviously can call for a ceasefire now and Israel still be doing this. You know what I'm saying? But...
Do you have any reports on the terrorist incident that happened in Russia the other day?
The one we spoke about last week?
Yeah.
Not here, not right now.
All right. Latest development is that the CIA have said that they knew about it, but they couldn't give them a heads up for fear that their sources would be
revealed.
Yeah. So obviously Russia's heard that, and because remember they accused UK and the US for planning it.
Yep.
So now hearing that, obviously you can expect what's going to happen afterwards.
Boy, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think we should start booking our flights back home.
Real life homeland.
But to be fair though, if Putin heard about something in America, do you think he's gonna be telling Biden?
Is he going to go and open up his mouth to say he knew that it was going to happen?
Yeah, that's very true.
That's true.
Even after he was accused of planning it?
This is true, you know. These people are not serious, man. But yeah. All right. Thanks for that, Brent. That's it for our headlines. Go into topic of the day. All right, guys. So topic of the day, yeah. We're going to keep this straight to the point and discuss this. And let's see if there's any... Yeah, you know what? Let's just see what you guys' opinion is on this particular thing. So this particular topic of the day is based on a situation that's recently occurred where a mother and daughter who sent money to a relative who had joined Daesh, which in Syria, which is basically like an ISIS, a terrorist group, basically, right? They've been jailed. And I'm going to read the headline. So I'm going to read the article. This is actually straight from the counterterrorism police website, right? So this is their perspective. But basically, a mother and daughter who sent money to a relative who had joined Daesh in Syria have been jailed following a painstaking investigation by the specialist counterterrorism officers at the Met. Stella Oyella, who's 53, that's the mum, and Vanessa Atim, who's 32, both from East London, arranged for more than £1,800 to be sent to Joseph Ogaba, who in 2014 left the UK to join this group here, Daesh. In July 2022, Syrian authorities reported that Ogaba had died whilst in prison following his capture by the Syrian Defense Forces. Cool. Investigators were able to prove that the mum and the daughter, Oyella and Atim, knew that the cash was supporting his terrorist activities, right? And the evidence collected showed how they went to great lengths to cover their tracks, sending the money through contacts in Uganda and the Middle East. Again, one can see that as perspective. Because is it great lengths to cover their tracks or just great lengths to get the money to him? You know what I mean? But anyway, this is what the article says. Atim and Oyella were convicted of terrorist fundraising after a complex investigation led by the officers from the Met's counterterrorism command with support from Syrian authorities. So Monday, the 18th of March, Oyella was sentenced to 3 years, and the daughter, Vanessa Atim, was jailed for 3 years and 9 months. So that's basically the gist of the story. What's your perspective on that? What's your thoughts?
Obviously, if they if they knew that that's where that's the group he went to join, then I kind of feel like you got to face the consequences of your actions. Because if one of my family members has absconded to be fighting, I don't know you. I don't know you. Don't call me.
Yeah.
Don't reach out to me. I'm not involved. Don't. I'm not sending you anything. I don't
even if it's like a sibling, for example, not an extended sibling.
No, I don't know you.
Okay, cool.
Because why are you there?
Even if you don't agree with that particular movement, right? Is it because of the nature of what they do over there, or is it because you don't agree with it?
Both. Like, obviously, it doesn't align with any.
So okay, put it this way: if you wasn't the Queen of BOE, right, but your brother was like the King of BOE, right, and he was out there supporting the Black Panthers, for example, right? So he's not bombing up people in the Middle East, but he's doing something for, at least from his perspective, for the betterment of Black people in America, yeah. But again, you're not pro-Black like that. He's not killed nobody, right? But the Americans don't like him or his group. Would you still see it as in the same way?
Yeah, but I feel like that's different.
Why?
Because it's BOE.
All right, cool. So I guess for you, it's a combination of the fact that they're killing people over there.
Yeah, I just think, given the circumstances, like that's not that's a extremist group. Like. You know the reputation.
Yeah. The reason why I'm saying it like that is because, granted, I'm pretty sure everyone in the room thinks they're an extremist group, right? Fine. But, you know, sometimes you're labeled a terrorist or an extremist group because the government doesn't like you. You know what I'm saying? So is it because of the government's designation of who they are, or is it because of how you feel about what they're doing? That's basically where I'm going with it.
I would feel that's because what they're doing, like again, like what are they doing on the ground?
Yeah, I guess it's
Like what
part of a...
you would need to explain to me what, like, you go in there, what are you doing on the ground? Like what's the end goal? Like I don't get it. Even then, I just think,
Why?
I think, why are you there? Like,
Okay. Brent, what about you? What's your thoughts on that?
What happened? So a guy went over there.
Yeah. So he's gone over there, right? He's passed away now, but he went over there supporting this.
Oh, he's
terrorist
passed away.
group.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Look at that, and now you're in jail.
Yeah. So he's gone over there to support this terrorist group in Syria. They've captured him, whatever, this, that, and the third. But during that period while he was there alive, right, the mum and the sister was sending money to him, or at least sent this sum of £1,800. And so they're basically saying, wait a minute, you obviously knew this was a bad thing to do because the lengths that you went to try and get the money to, you sent it through Uganda, sent it through Syria, you know what I'm saying, to get it to him. They're basically funding his terrorism. So do you see it as funding terrorism, or do you feel like you could make an argument for just funding your relative? Can you separate the two?
So if I had a son and he's gone trouncing to Syria, and he runs out of money, asks me for some money, would I send him money?
Yeah. And if you don't, what's your reasons for not doing so?
I have to hate my son if it is. I'm not gonna send him money, to be honest. To live, and he says it's to live.
Yeah,
he ain't got no food.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I'm sending him money for food.
Okay. Even though
I will stipulate in the PayPal that it's for food. I will record the court conversations just in case anybody comes to tell me any bollocks, innit?
All right,
I'm covering my back.
Bear in mind, there's no PayPal, so you can't send it to Uganda.
Whatever I have to do to basically let everybody know. I'll even go into the shop, the weed transfer shop, whatever, and I'll be like, hey, I'm here sending money to my son because he said that he's destitute and they're not looking over. No, I'm even saying they're not looking after him over there to be complicit in this. And he needs some pee, so I'm sending him pee. Yeah, I'm covering my back.
Okay. So if they
and
say
this is
that,
the son I love, right? He ain't done nothing mad to me. Don't call me by my first name. None of that trippiness.
no, all he's done is support ISIS.
And he's told me that he's going over there to fight for some
ISIS.
god that I ain't repping.
Yes.
And then I tell him, if you go over there, like, hold on to this right now. This is for food and stuff. If you run out of it, don't call me. And he ends up still calling me.
Yep.
I don't know. That's disobedience at this point. I might have to get a patsy. I might have to get somebody else to basically send him money. Yeah. I can't not send money if it is. I'm hearing him saying like he's hungry.
Yeah.
I guess. I can't lie to you, I have no sympathy. If you're hungry, who sent you? Like that's your doing.
But that's the thing, though. Is your rationale because, like you're saying, who sent you? Like, why are you behaving like this? Or is it because of the group that they're supporting? You know what I'm saying? Or I guess both.
Yeah, like, I guess it's obviously because of the group. I may obviously have a different, but it's like, I mean, it's ISIS. Like,
yeah,
nothing good can come from that. Like, I don't understand.
I hear you.
You're literally enemy of the state.
Yeah, 100%.
So therefore, I'm aiding and abetting an enemy of the state.
That's if you see it that way, though, because you might just see it as, okay, cool. I don't agree with anything they're doing, but like Brent was saying, I don't agree with this, but I know that you need to survive. You know what I'm saying? And maybe one day God will bring you back to the right side again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe. Was it the mum? His mum?
Yeah, his mum and his sister.
Yeah, I guess maternal may kicking and stuff.
So do you think it's harsh then? Do you think it's harsh that they got 3 years? Or do you feel like, wait a minute, guys, you should have known, to be fair? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because obviously the lengths that, obviously just to reach that, again, obviously, it's not like, is Western Union sort of thing? It's not like just sending money through white, like, to your relatives back home. Like, the means in which he had to get that money was obviously difficult. Like going through all of that, I feel like, yeah, you're going through a lot just to send him that money. But again, you could say that that's obviously he's saying he was hungry, but sorry, I don't have no sympathy.
Do you feel like I guess the decision of the courts or whatever should be based on the fact on what he used the money for, or should it be just for the fact that he's part of this particular organization? Because in this other article, again, this is taken from the Daily Mail. Yeah, it says there's no evidence the money was used for weapons or the women who are there's no evidence, right, that this money was used for the weapons, and there's no evidence that the mum and the daughter, right, who are Roman Catholic, they've got previous good character, this according to all their statements as well, and whatnot, wanted to support terrorism. So there's nothing there that indicates that they were in support of his ideology. It's simply because this is my blood. I love my son. I love my brother.
I think obviously they were clearly making an example of them. Like, I guess is meant to show as some deterrent to others who are thinking of doing the same. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, what's her name?
Yeah.
The one that can't come back into the country.
Oh, Shamima.
Yeah. I feel like they need to find some type of way to like give some type of harsh consequence. I mean, given that the guy's dead now, but it's like, now your 1,800 is amounted to what? Nothing. It's like you've lost your son.
Yeah. They tried, I guess. Apparently, the guy before, he was a self-employed computer programmer. You know what I'm saying? But apparently, according to this, he converted to Islam, and then he went to join the terror group in 2014. Also, yeah, this is what the judge said. So the judge said, you both turned a blind eye to what your brother and uncle was engaged in, and in so doing, you were in effect giving support for terrorist activity, which in 2017 he was still associated with. However, taking that your motivation was not ideological or a desire to engage in such activities, you knew what you were doing was wrong and could get you into trouble. That's the rationale of the judge. I want to take on to this next point, though. Because obviously the judge here is not making any type of line, you know what I mean? He's not demarcating anything between them just wanting to support the son, the sibling, and what the son supports over there. Do you feel like we can make the same sort of argument about the government then? If you continue to fund Israel, for example, just as an example, you can call for ceasefire all you want, but really you're supporting the killing of these Palestinians.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't it the same sort of argument?
Yeah, that's true.
Ben, what about you? What do you think?
What's the question?
So in the same way, they're not able to separate the mum and the daughter supporting their son and brother. Can one say also, okay, we can't separate the fact that the government, yes, you're calling for a ceasefire. Yes, you're calling for these people to stop killing innocent Palestinians. But in the same way you're funding Israel, that means you're also funding the killing of these people. You know it's wrong, yet you're still doing it.
Yeah, but they know that that's what they're doing, to be honest.
Yeah, but we know that the hypocrisy of them, though. So they don't care.
It's a joke. What about in another way? Do you feel like, okay, this is not exactly the same. I don't want to go to such an extreme, but do you feel like in funding, okay, I'm talking about more so like responsibility of us, right, as people who just live in this country and stuff. Like Ramsey came on the show before, was talking to us about the ways in which people can kind of make a stand against what's going on over there by basically not supporting, not buying and patronizing certain companies that are from Israel. If people are made aware of this, yeah, could potentially the government and some, obviously hypothetical situation, say those of you, let's just say the government was vehemently against what's going on over there. Let's just say it was, I don't know, South Africa, for example. Let's just go to South Africa, because obviously they're against what they're doing. They're taking the issue to ICJ and whatnot. Do you feel like they could potentially say, if you continue to buy from these particular places, you are supporting the criminal, the war crimes over there? Would that be fair?
No, I don't think that would be.
Why not? If you've got alternatives.
Yeah, but it's just, I'm a consumer.
Yeah, but if you know...
I'm not.
Mm.
I'm not just. I'm going to get a Starbucks.
But where does it start and end then? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are these two women in prison?
Yeah, but we know why.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. But like, it doesn't make sense, right? That hold on a second. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that they can kind of do all of that, and in the same way not use that same standard across the board for everybody. Yes, of course. Not if you're buying a tub of hummus that was made in Israel, it's not the same as sending money.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big leap.
But surely it's worse, I think, for the government. If you're supporting them, buying them weapons and all that sort of stuff, right? And you're telling them as well, don't do this. You're still giving them the money. Why are you not, if not as guilty, definitely not as guilty as them, because you're not doing it yourself. But surely you're in cahoots then.
Yeah, but the government, it's the government. They don't.
Yeah, I guess so.
They would say one thing and dictate another.
100%.
So, yeah, you can't even weigh that up as a situation because they've done so many things that the hypocrisy where they will tell other countries to not do this.
Yeah.
But yet, on the back end, they're doing worse.
Yep, 100%. Do you feel like okay, that same situation that you mentioned earlier, Brent, about the CIA knowing, by knowing and not saying anything, can one argue that's kind of being in support?
As in the CIA?
Yeah.
In support of
that particular...
what they were going to do?
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd kept them out shut. No.
Okay, cool.
And if they were allies, yes. If that's an ally nation and you didn't say anything, as in silence, 100%. And if it is you did say something, they should now look to have sanctions, or you should pay some sort of penalty because you allowed like a sister or brother nation to have its citizens killed. And that should come with consequences.
Oh, you mean if Russia was allies of America? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're allies, would you even do that though? You wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, no. That's what I said. It would be criminal.
Boy. All right, cool. Well, obviously, TDA have decided that this is unfair. You know what I'm saying? Our opinion is what matters. So free anti and
Will they even do it for 3 years though?
Who knows? Not too sure. Hopefully not. It's not fair though. It's not fair. But yeah, 3 years for the mum and 3 years and 9 months.
Is this a black family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sad. Let me show you a picture.
The mother and the sister Christians.
I'm not too sure. Yes.
Yeah, they're Roman Catholics.
Yes, that's the mom. And then that's the sister or the daughter. Yeah. Sad, man.
I was in 2014.
No, he joined in 2014. This happened in 2022 when they sent them money, I believe.
So he's been chilling in that region since 2014?
Yeah, he's dead now. He died in... he died in 2022. I think they sent the money in 2017.
Wait, so he's been chilling there since 2014?
Yeah.
So he's been living there?
Yeah.
And then he decides to run out of money and they sell in 2022? Nope. What? And he hadn't been communicating with them all the time?
He might have been.
Nah, that's information you haven't given me, mate. Nah, man. And how much was it?
£1,800.
That's enough for a couple Kalashnikovs.
Yeah, but there's no evidence that he used it for that, though. Or that he used it for that.
A few grenades. Some bomb-making material. I didn't know it was that long, man.
Yeah,
sight out of mind.
But
I've been sending you Christian paraphernalia, like pamphlets and stuff, and you've been ignoring it. And now you want money? Nah, I'm not sending that money. I said, go and ask your Muslim friends.
Can you imagine? Yeah, sad, man.
I should actually say terrorist friend instead, to be honest.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Muslims
more,
are not terrorists.
exactly.
Yes.
That's more accurate.
Yes.
Thank you. But yeah, man, he left in 2014 from North London. He travelled to Syria, where he went via Germany and Turkey. He left a note for his family, stating that he was going to join Daesh. Yeah, and the sister. Sorry, so the mum. Pardon me. So it's not the mum. The older woman is his sister, and so
So
exactly.
ni-
And her
niece.
daughter exactly is his niece. That's what it
okay.
was. Pardon me,
Yeah.
guys.
not some. Okay,
Um,
then I'm definitely not sending you money.
Yeah, man. It's sad, man. Sad. But yeah, all right, guys. I guess we can wrap it up there.
Seals them right. So what's the next?
Oh, sorry. Next headlines, please. All right, so our next headline. Argentina and Colombia say that they've taken concrete steps to improve trade relations between the two countries after the far-right Argentine leader Javier Milei called his left-wing Colombian counterpart a terrorist murderer in a CNN interview. In a joint statement on Sunday, the two nations' foreign ministries said that they had held talks under orders from Milei and the Colombian president Gustavo Petro. The joint statement said the respective governments have taken concrete steps to overcome any differences and strengthen this relationship. The measures include the return of both countries' respective ambassadors from after Colombia last week expelled all Argentine diplomats from Bogota following Mr. Milei's comments to CNN. Milei said in an interview about Petro, who is the former guerrilla who became Colombia's first left-wing president in 2022, he said, "You can't expect much from anyone who was a terrorist murderer." So some fighting words there, but at least they're getting over it and sorting it out. Next headline, J.K. Rowling. She has challenged Scotland's new hate crime law in a series of social media posts, inviting police to arrest her if they believe she has committed an offence. The Harry Potter author, who lives in Edinburgh, describes several transgender women as men, including convicted prisoners, trans activists, and other public figures. She said freedom of speech and belief was at an end if accurate description of biological sex was outlawed. Earlier, Scotland's First Minister Humza Yousaf said that the new law would deal with a rising tide of hatred. The Hate Crime and Public Order Scotland Act 2021 creates a new crime of stirring up hatred relating to age, disability, religion, sexual orientation, transgender identity, or being intersex. The law does not protect women as a group from hatred. The Scottish Government is expected to include this later in a separate misogyny law. Ms. Rowling, who has been a long critic of some trans activists, she was speaking on X on the day that the new legislation came into force, and she said Scottish lawmakers seem to have placed higher value on the feelings of men performing their idea of femaleness over misogynistically or opportunistically than on the rights and freedoms of actual women and girls.
She really is not budging, boy.
At all. Listen, man. When it comes to war, you need money, man.
Yeah, but
And she
do you
got
think
it.
because of the position she's in and the wealth that she's amassed, that's why she can afford to do so?
I think it helps. Definitely.
Because I feel like if this was any ordinary,
Yeah. They would have got you out of there.
yeah,
Yeah. But to be fair, she's lost a lot of fans of Harry Potter, though.
I don't think she cares.
Yeah, there's a lot more who's supporting it. So, yeah. And she's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
So, is what it is, man. Big up her, man. She's trying, man. She's not allowing them to bully her, man. And our next headline, 20 councillors and their leader have resigned from the Labour Party. Surprise, surprise. After accusing its national leadership of bullying. So the group in Pendle in Lancashire said that the party is targeting local councillors by preventing them from standing for elections and using aggressive bullying tactics to suppress fairness and free speech. This is within the party, right? The councillors, including Pendle Borough leader Asjad Mahmood, will form independent groups on Pendle Borough Council, Brerefield Town Council and Nelson Town Council. The councillor Mahmood, now the leader of the independent group, said, "I, along with my colleagues, were elected by local residents to represent them in the council chamber. As a Labour councillor, I've always felt that the party's policies were aligned with my own beliefs and those of the constituents who have honoured me with their votes. Sadly, over a recent period, senior party officials have attempted to impose their ideas at a local level. I was elected to serve the public, not party officials. Both parties are doing a madness, man.
Has Diana Abbott been reinstated?
Oh, absolutely not. Of course not. No, they've not finished with her, man. We'll see what happens. Because remember those rumors? I think we spoke about this last week or 2 weeks ago. There was rumors that they were saying something along the lines of the reason why they're taking long is because, well, they are taking long, but behind the scenes they've been sending offers to her saying, "Listen, we'll reinstate you, but we don't want you to stand for hacking no more." They want somebody else in their place. Imagine. This is what's going on, man. Allegedly. But yeah, that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills. And after that, Brent, let's go into People's Journal.
You hear about that YouTuber who got went to Haiti and he got kidnapped?
No.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Well, he went to Haiti and he got kidnapped.
What else?
By the what's that guy's name again?
What's his name?
Barbecue.
That's it.
Barbecue's
That's it.
men in their minute. The thing is that when it is that he started doing his streaming and stuff, he was the only person in the hotel that he was staying at because they obviously block people from coming in whilst this thing is it's popping off. And he was there saying, yeah, we've got to leave in the morning because if it is that they're traveling by night, yeah, it's not safe, blah, blah, blah. We need to find out. As soon as it is, he travelled. Just licked him up. Boom. And then they said, all right, we want a ransom.
Wow.
Yeah, we only let him go if he paid this. But he got up, man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
How many man's that?
I'm sure someone paid it.
Mm.
Yeah. It was a thing.
The madness that's going on there.
Yeah. It's a shame, man. It's actually a shame. There's a link. I wish I should have sent it to you before to play. Good brother on Insta. Big up Abdul. I believe sometimes he's in the chat. And he was speaking about what's going on in Haiti. And it's been going on for the longest while. This is why there's always instability in Haiti.
Yeah.
But obviously, as we spoke about before on the show, when we were bigging up Haiti during Independence Day, they pretty much, one could argue that that's in Haiti, under Dessalines and Louverture, that was the most successful insurrection in history. And this is black people.
Yeah.
And so obviously this represents, you know what I'm saying, something to the world.
Yeah.
And this is why they have invested interest in continuing to
keep them down.
Yeah. And there was a wonderful president, what's his name? Aristide, who obviously won the elections fairly. The American government were behind trying to get him captured, remove him from the country to, again, continue with the instability. He's come back years later, win the second election. CIA did what they did, got him out of there again. You know what I'm saying? In fact, let me send this so that everyone can kind of see the what do you call it?
Did you all see this interview that was going around during the Easter period? I think it was on Off the Record. And it was that girl who was with Malachi.
Yeah, I saw that foolishness.
Yeah. So what do you think about the interview, Christy?
I didn't watch. I
heard she was a prostitute.
What?
And I heard she was a prostitute.
Oh, that girl.
Yeah.
She's not prostitute?
The girl?
Yeah.
I feel like she was a self-proclaimed one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
how
she
come,
said it.
How come that's a flex now?
Listen, don't ask me. I don't know where. I'm really fearful for the generation coming up. Like, I actually am. Side note, like, I'm actually fearful for like what the world will look like when my son gets older. Like, because everyone was like coming at the host or the interviewer and getting at her.
Maybe it's because they also don't like her.
Yeah, no, they don't like her. To be fair, they don't. They actually don't like that interviewer because apparently she's, I don't know, but the comments were just very like, is this what we're like championing now? Like, we're so damn bad, man.
It's a damn shame. Damn shame.
It's just like, that's something to aspire to. I don't understand.
Click that. Yeah, it's a shame, man. Like when I was watching it as well, I was just thinking, the host was also, she was kind of, she was being some type of way, man. She was kind of moralizing on her. She was kind of making it seem as though she's lesser than her.
Yeah, no, she was definitely
following the end
I feel like she done
of
it
the
on
U.S.
She what?
She done it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I would like to see this link.
I watched a video, I think yesterday, where it was suggested that it was Jamaicans who led the Haitian rebellion.
Okay.
During slavery times. And I told myself I need to make a note of this and go and find some more information on it. It was just a guy standing on the podium basically saying or suggesting that was the case.
I mean, they may have helped, just like Polish people helped. I don't mean those people from Haiti. The other chose from Haiti. All of them are from Haiti. You know what I mean? Yeah.
backed Duvalier dictatorship Following the end of the US-backed Duvalier dictatorship in 1986, the Haitian people have twice elected left-wing liberation theologian Jean-Bertrand Aristide president. The first time was in 1990. But just 8 months after he took office and committed the crimes of things like raising the minimum wage from $1 a day to $2.50 a day, the CIA orchestrated a coup that removed him from power. During the coup, US-backed forces massacred hundreds of unarmed Aristide supporters protesting the regime change operation. Washington installed a World Bank stooge in his place. But Aristide would return and win the presidential election again in the year 2000. He continued social reforms that made it harder for American corporations to use Haiti as the most destitute, hyper-exploited sweatshop possible. So in 2004, the CIA planned and executed another coup. U.S. Marines again invaded Haiti, kidnapped Aristide from his home, and took him out of the country.
President Aristide resigned. He has left his country. The Constitution of Haiti is working. It's the beginning of a new chapter in the country's history. Would urge the people of Haiti to reject violence, to give this break from the past a chance to work, and the United States is prepared to help. Thank you.
UN troops replaced American forces as political cover, and they remain until this day under the guise of providing aid. When I went to Haiti as a journalist in 2012, there were UN troops everywhere, patrolling streets and manning security towers. And for a country that's so rich in resources and receives billions of dollars in aid, the level of extreme poverty was shocking. Both the UN occupation and the economic catastrophe fuel the protest movement today. Aristide's ouster in 2004 began another era of rotating US puppets ruling Haiti.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I don't like about knowing that black magic and occultism is widespread in Haiti? I don't like hearing that and seeing stuff like that, because I'm thinking, how come you can't basically look to remove all these UN soldiers? How come you can't make their life utterly terrible?
Yeah.
Like, use your powers. That's what they're supposed to be used for, right?
Yeah, and didn't they use their powers for
In the slavery.
for the rebellion?
Yeah, they did. And they won.
So,
But remember, just like any other belief system, you use your powers, but then you have to go out there and do something. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, man. I don't think the people... Yeah, they don't have the artillery that these people have. I think the circumstances were different as well, man. Unfortunately. People got all sorts of guns. The people over there, they ain't even got money for food.
What are guns, though?
What do you mean?
I thought the black magic and witchcraft and whatnot was supposed to repel bullets.
I mean, it can, but I think you also have to be a believer in that. You have to be fortified. So if, for example, all of us in this room are fighting against this common enemy, and you guys don't want to come with me to see Mr. Babalawo, then I'm the only one who's got the repellent.
Sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought this was just supposed to be wavy wickedness, right? I thought, why do you need me?
Because we all have to be.
We have to give him power.
We all have to believe, yeah.
That's how it gets charged up.
It's an individual thing, just like faith in Christianity or Islam or whatever. Like you have to have your own relationship, and you know what I mean. Believe for yourself.
Wait.
You can't rely on my faith.
You're saying it's like a congregation praying for the same thing as opposed to one person praying for it, right?
What do you mean?
What's being suggested by your rhetoric is that the more that go to give the Babalawo energy, the more powerful the Babalawo will become.
No, not how powerful the Babalawo is, but more so for yourself, to protect yourself,
Forget
to
about
arm
me.
yourself.
Look, if you are the governor or protector of this community, isn't that what a Babalawo projects to be?
Yeah.
Or does he only take on this mantle once it is that he's been asked politely by the consensus?
I mean, I think everyone has to be involved in it. Everyone has to be involved, and then obviously he does certain things. Because remember, you're coming to him individually. If you go back in the day, you go back to what, late 1793, right? When they had the insurrection, right? When Bookman did what he was doing, you had slaves who believed. They believed. So when he chanted that day, everyone was in the same train of thought.
So
everyone was energized.
You do need a joint consciousness then.
Yeah.
Oh my
I believe
goodness.
so, yeah. Oh, is that what you were trying to say?
That's rubbish.
Okay. Why?
Because look, this person, is this true?
What happened? No, it does work, man.
How do you do? You're so stupid.
It doesn't work.
It works. They've tried to assassinate me before, you know. I've disappeared a few times.
I cannot.
Allegedly.
This is the foolishness, though, because I can actually hear them say that's stupid foolishness.
No, that's not true, man. That's not true.
No, I can actually hear
works,
that.
man.
But then it works on your own people, though.
It works on everyone.
But how can you say it don't work? So purposefully, you're even using it on your own people for like.
Well, if it's the only people that it works on, then surely. Surely.
Well, by Eva's logic, then yeah, because they believe in it.
Wait,
So that's why it works on them.
You're telling me if it is that you don't believe in it, it doesn't have any power over you?
Say that again?
You're saying if it is you don't believe in it, it doesn't have any power over you?
I'm not saying that, because the white man didn't believe in the 1800s, the 18th century. But they all did. You know what I'm saying? The Haitians won. You know what I mean? Those beautiful Haitian people won. And to this day, we're still talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think the people have to believe too.
Saka's big sis doesn't like the fact that it is that you're suggesting that you did juju on white people.
Oh, sorry. I know that those are your people. You know what I mean?
Man, I beg you.
I'm sorry. Allegedly, it's just entertainment. Saka's big sis. Don't tell your people to come get me, man. But yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, big up the people of Haiti, man. I have to send them prayers, man, because what they're doing over there is crazy. This is all symbolic. There's a reason why they want to keep messing up Haiti. It's a message, I believe, to the black world. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. So yeah, it's a shame. But yes,
Are they? Is France still instrumental in this as well?
I wouldn't be surprised. To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not too sure.
Russia's threatened France also. Yep. So if you get involved because they're looking to send some troops to help Ukraine, so if you do that, it will be your last day.
Wow. Well, France, you lot been doing a lot of nonsense in Africa, man. So I definitely won't be sending prayers there.
Mate,
God damn it.
not at all.
Except to my black Africans who are over there, please leave. You know what I'm saying? Because anyway,
I actually despise that country. You know,
they're the worst colonialists ever. You know, they're the most evil people. I'm telling you.
like anytime someone's like brings them up. It's so mad because like I should have the same visceral as the UK or America, but for some reason, when anyone mentions France, it literally just turns my stomach.
Yeah, that's because you know the history, so you know they're worse. Even though they did the same sort of thing as colonialists, they're worse though. They were worse, 100%. We're going for days talking about what they do. Yeah, they're worse than Belgium to me.
Do you really?
I'm telling you, yes, they're worse.
Because obviously that genocide never gets talked about. So.
It never does. 14 million people dead in Congo, but I can't just say it was just. But France to this day are still doing things. You know what I'm saying? Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, all the countries that were former Francophone countries, they're still instrumental in destabilizing them to this day.
Yeah.
So,
did you see your fellow man that has now been elected?
Where?
With 2 wives.
Oh, in Senegal.
That's your people. I'm sure you was elated. I'm sure you was elated.
He's a great man, you know. He's a great man. Great policies. I'm telling you.
I'm sure you was. I was literally looking at it. I was like, I'm sure E-Man is championing this.
Man. Senegal is a great country. And I think everyone should try and go there at least 10 times in your life. You know what I'm saying? You could benefit from their policies. It's a great place. See how his wives were happy. So happy. They was both happy.
One looked and one didn't really look.
They was both happy.
That could have been just... one looked very happy. One looked elated. The other one looked a bit more... The other one, I didn't even know that was the wife. She looked like a security guard, to be honest with you.
Oh my gosh, imagine.
I couldn't tell. No, because one was standing like in her little... In her presidential, like... It was giving first lady vibes. The other one, not so much. So they're both going to be first ladies?
Yes, because there's no difference between them. You know what I'm saying? So fair. They know what they're doing over there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway. Ben, have you pressed the thing for People's Journal?
No.
Okay, let's go into People's Journal. All right, guys, welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to ask you guys, have you felt any difference in terms of like the price of goods when you go shopping, Tesco and stuff?
Yeah.
No, as in a good way.
No.
What, compared to like last year? You don't think so?
No, I feel like it's worse this year.
What?
Yes.
You think so? Okay.
Every time I go shopping, I literally get so angry. No, I get angry because I'm just like, certain necessities that I actually need, it's costing an arm and a leg. Look at it.
Is what you're talking about?
Yeah. No, but this wasn't the when like
it's not when they won. Yeah.
This is not when they won though. Even though the other one still looks very stern.
Yeah, different personalities, man. Yeah, you're saying it's worse.
No, I feel like it's worse.
Okay. Bro, what about you? You feel like shopping's worse? Compared to last year? Not compared to pre-Liz Truss, you know. I'm talking about compared to last year.
No, I feel like I wasn't feeling it like this last
Okay.
year.
I think prices have gone down a little bit, but from its lofty position.
Yeah, exactly.
Not massively, though.
Yeah, not massively, but still, yeah. And that would basically concur with what's this new report, which is basically that inflation, shop price inflation anyway, has almost halved.
However, I have seen them adjust all the packaging. The smaller portions.
This is also a fact, but and we spoke about this last week about Easter eggs. All the Easter eggs are now smaller than last year, and slightly more expensive. That's how they've gone around it. Yes, you're 100% right there, bro. But yes, according to this article though, because of the fall in price in the actual cost of getting the food and the competition between the retailers, that's contributed to inflation going down from 2.5% in February to 1.3% last month. You know what I'm saying? Annual shop price growth is now its lowest since December 2021. And the report also shows that food prices were 3.7% higher than a year ago, which is down from 5% in February. So, you know what I mean, overall there has been improvement, but obviously if it is just a case of them just repackaging certain goods and then giving us less for our money, then obviously it's not really the same thing. But yeah, that's that situation. Next thing is something that we spoke about when the law, not really a law, but the budget was announced, I believe, late last year, and we spoke about how childcare was going to be open now to younger children as well, innit? So now that has now come into force. So parents in England can now access 15 hours of free weekly childcare for their 2-year-olds. Prior to that, wasn't the case, innit?
It was 3, it starts from 3.
Exactly. So yeah, man. Government obviously is hoping that this particular scheme, which extends to this particular age group, will help parents return to work, which should then obviously help the economy, things of that nature. So yeah, just wanted to give a breakdown for everybody for the new listeners, TDA, who weren't here last year when we first spoke about it. But basically, the working parents can get 15 hours of free childcare a week for 2-year-olds. That's now available, right? It's also, remember, going to be extended to 9-month-year-olds as well. So if your child is 9 months old, from September 2024, you also get your 15 hours of free childcare. So this is unprecedented. It's never happened before. 30 hours of free childcare for 3 and 4-year-olds, that's already available. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you don't know, make sure you claim yours. And also, it is somewhat dependent on your earnings. Not somewhat, it is dependent on your earnings. But they did increase the threshold in the most recent budget that we spoke about less than a month or so ago. I believe before the cap was about 50k. Now they've increased the cap to 70 or 80k, but from 60 to 80, I believe, if it is 80, it is going to be kind of means dependent. You are going to get like half of it, but you will get something. Again, that's an increase from previous years where anything above 50k and you're not entitled to a child benefit. I hope I've got the figures right, but it's something like that. To qualify for the new hours, the majority of parents must earn more than 8,670, but less than £100,000 per year. Yes, there you go. So yeah, so those on benefits already, you're getting your 15 hours free childcare for your 2-year-old, your 3-year-olds, your 4-year-olds. If you don't work as well, you might still be eligible for 30 hours of free healthcare. That's if your partner works or if you're already receiving certain benefits. So obviously, guys, check it out. Make sure that if you are entitled, you are applying for it, man, because that's where your tax money is going anyway. Next thing I wanted to mention is energy prices as well. We spoke about this last week when I was telling you guys to make sure that if you're not on a smart reader, you obviously make sure you know how much you've used up to that point, write it down and let your provider know so that you can benefit from that change in the tariff. So the energy prices now have gone down and they're actually at their lowest for the last 2 years. Experts obviously are urging people to stick to saving, to the saving habits that you was kind of using before, so that obviously you don't find yourself in a situation where you're paying more, you know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of hard sometimes to kind of gauge how much you're using. And it's not like they're saying that the bills are now cheap. They are still expensive. They're just not as expensive as they were last month or last year. So just as a whole, basically the annual bill for a household using a typical amount of gas and electricity has dropped by approximately £238 to £1,690. This is based on the Ofgem latest price cap. So bear that in mind, guys. And the last thing I wanted to mention, this is for the business people out there, or just regular folk who use Microsoft Teams and whatnot. Microsoft has now said that they're splitting the Teams app or program software from Office. So Brent, obviously you would know, Teams obviously was under Office before, innit? Now they've taken it and made it a separate entity. And that is going to be in place from, I think now actually. I think it's already been pushed out. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening globally. It's just not just an America thing first. Everywhere in the world, that's what's going to be happening. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the People's Journal. I guess we can go into our last set of headlines. Okay, bear with me, guys. 1 second. Got quite a few headlines in this one. Where are you? Okay, so the NHS has launched a new campaign to recruit former members of the armed forces. So the campaign is part of NHS's new long-term workforce plan, which will encourage serving and retired armed forces personnel to consider a career within the health service. In England, universities will host open days as well, which will give people an insight into the careers that are now on offer. 12,000 military personnel will leave their role every year, with the NHS looking to utilise their transferable skills. In a statement, the NHS said that their transferable skills, including leadership, resilience and compassion, leave them with much to offer to the NHS, and many already meet the entry requirements to undertake a suitable training programme. So yeah. Next thing I wanted to mention is apparently one of the UK's oldest women has celebrated turning 110 years old. Her name is Marjorie Hodnett. You know what I mean? Congratulations to her. Yeah, she has lived through 2 world wars, 22 prime ministers and 5 monarchs. The centenarian. But ain't that the word?
I thought it was. What
exactly.
Is this on your paper?
It's a centenarian. Some next thing. Yeah. Anyway, she's said to be the oldest woman living in Merseyside, celebrating her milestone birthday today. Well, sorry, yesterday, April the 1st. I hope this ain't no April Fool's thing and they're trying to get us wasting our time talking about her. But yeah, if it's true, big her up. She is now 110 years old. Next thing I wanted to mention is, as you guys know, whenever it comes to Easter, you got thousands of people gathering in Vatican City, you know, to celebrate Easter with the Pope. And at Easter Sunday Mass, Pope Francis appealed for a ceasefire in Gaza and for warring countries, Russia and Ukraine, to free the soldiers that they've already taken captive. So he went out and said, in calling for respect for the principles of international law, I express my hope for a general exchange of all prisoners between Russia and Ukraine, all for the sake of all. The pontiff has been battling respiratory and mobility problems in recent months and has been unable to carry out some of his regular speeches and duties. But obviously, Easter is Christianity's holiest day of the year, the day that many believe Jesus Christ, the Lord of all, King of Kings, was raised from the dead after his crucifixion. So, you know, you ain't going to miss that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, as usual, thousands of people were there, crowded. And the next thing I wanted to mention is former South African President Jacob Zuma apparently is not eligible to run in the upcoming elections. This is why Independent Electoral Commission has ruled. He has until today to appeal, and the commission said that a media briefing on the Thursday, which is March 28th, that it had upheld an objection against his candidacy in the May 29 elections. In 2021, Zuma was sentenced to 15 months in prison for defying a court order to appear before a judicial commission that was investigating corruption allegations during his 2009 to 2018 presidency. He was granted medical parole after 2 months and allowed to serve the rest of his sentence under house arrest. South Africa's constitution bars people who are convicted and sentenced to more than 12 months imprisonment without an option of a fine from holding public office. This is why obviously he falls under that, innit? But Zuma and his legal team stormed out of the judicial proceedings when he was asked about wide-ranging allegations of corruption during his rule, including the role of an Indian family, the Guptas. We spoke about this, I think, last year, innit, Brent? If you remember, this particular Indian family who allegedly had influence over cabinet appointments. Do you remember when we spoke about it?
I remember.
The Gupta means South Africa's?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, them 2 Indian brothers. I think they're brothers, isn't it? Something like that.
That's
think
the
it
guy
was
that
something.
Keith was doing business with, isn't it?
Okay. Well,
That was his brethren.
Oh, okay. Did he actually do anything for the black South Africans?
who the Guptas? Okay.
They got run out of South Africa, no?
Yes, it's correct. They had to leave. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they had to leave. Because obviously Zuma got in trouble, innit? So they know what they're to protect him. So yeah, they had to
left
get
heading
out
to the
there.
wolves. Look at that.
But yeah, man, like I said, Zuma, who's 81, he has until April 2nd today to appeal the commission's ruling.
Why do you even want to come back into power anyway? To do more corruption?
Allegedly. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
No, but these old people can't want into like 81. Go sit down.
It's crazy, isn't it?
No, go sit down. You've had a term. Like,
Is he older than Biden? Because Biden's an old 70-something.
I thought Biden was 80 as well.
Maybe, you might be right. Because he's only like a handful of years older than Trump, innit? Biden. Ben, ask Gemini, please, how old Biden is. But yeah, our next headline, trigger warning, just in case. And apparently, a racially biased test.
He's 81.
81 Biden. Same age as Zuma. There's a big difference in how they both performed, though. how they live their lives, and one is just, you know what I mean? One could have starred in The Walking Dead, you know what I'm saying, with no script. But anyway, a racially biased test delayed black patients from getting a kidney transplant, and now more than 14,000 are part of a move to make amends. So Jasmine Evans had been waiting for a new kidney for 4 years when her hospital revealed shocking news. She should have been put on the transplant list in 2015. Instead of 2019,
Wow.
waited 4 extra years, and a racially biased organ test was to blame.
How did the test?
Well, we gonna get into it.
Wow.
Basically, as upsetting as that notification was, it also was part of an unprecedented move to mitigate the racial inequity, pardon me. We're not going to accept that one. Evans is among more than 14,000 black kidney transplant candidates so far, given credit for lost waste and time, moving them up on the priority list for their transplant. This is what she said. She said, I remember just reading that letter over and over again. She was speaking about this in a TikTok video, and she was just trying to educate other patients about how this could happen, this, that, and the third. At issue is a once widely used test. So basically, how this happened. So this test, prior to obviously this judgment coming out, was something that was widely used, and it overestimated how well black people's kidneys were functioning, making them look healthier than they actually were. And this is all because of an automated formula that calculated results for black and non-black patients differently. Imagine.
So, but wouldn't they have to input that information to
Exactly. Yeah.
to detect?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah.
In every facet, they find a way to implement.
Mm-hmm. It's a damn shame.
Oh.
And our last one is Natricia Duncan. But I think we're going to need some horns for this. Natricia Duncan, who's a former journalist at The Voice. So pick up The Voice as well. And this article is from The Voice. The Voice are not hating. But yes, Natricia Duncan, she's been appointed as The Guardian's newspaper's first Caribbean correspondent. Duncan is one of 7 new reporters at the newspaper who will cover underreported parts of the world, right? Her appointment follows the publication of the Scott Trust Legacies of Enslavement report in March last year by Guardian News and Media, the company which owns The Guardian. The report examined the newspaper's historical links with the transatlantic slave trade. She has previously written for national media in her native St. Vincent and Grenadines, including Searchlight SVG, as well as The Voice, like I just mentioned, and The Guardian in the UK, focusing on immigration and race equality issues. So she's already done all these things, you know what I'm saying? She's also worked as a communications strategist at the Commonwealth Secretariat, supporting political missions in the Caribbean and in Africa, and managing a Commonwealth-wide network of young correspondents. Yeah, so Duncan, she's going to be based in Jamaica. And she said that she said that despite the Caribbean's vibrant cultural diversity, influential leaders, and multifaceted environmental and socio-economic issues, the global media frequently overlooks that region. So hopefully we will get a lot more information about what's going on in the Caribbean because of our beloved sister, Natricia Duncan.
The first, you know.
Yes. So yes, that is pretty much it for the headlines, Brent. Let's go into the reaction. All right, guys, welcome to the reaction. Obviously, as you guys pretty sure, I'm pretty sure you guys are aware there was a lot of games over the weekend. So yeah, just gonna read out a few of the scores. On Saturday, Newcastle beat West Ham 4-3. Bournemouth beat Everton 2-1. Chelsea drew with Burnley 2-2. Nottingham Forest drew with Crystal Palace 1-1. Sheffield United drew with Fulham 3-3. Tottenham Hotspurs beat Luton Town 2-1. Aston Villa beat Wolves 2-0. And Brentford drew with Man United 1-1. On Sunday, Liverpool beat Brighton 2-1. And obviously the big game, Arsenal drew with Man City 0-0.
I actually watched that game.
What do you think?
I feel like Man City should have won.
Okay.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Why do you think they should have won?
They had more chances.
No, they didn't.
Okay, they didn't, but I'd have wanted them to win.
Oh,
No, it's actually a good game, but there was a lot of missed opportunities by you guys.
a lot.
Yeah, there was I feel like there was key opportunities that you could have that should have
I don't know. I think
hit the net.
at the end when it is Trossard was through, that was for me the most glaring one.
most glaring one.
Yeah, put it over to Martinelli, but
Is Saka injured?
yeah, that's what people are saying. He's been playing with an injury for a while, innit? But he looked off the pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had one training session before the game, and obviously he pulled out England because of injury. He's tired, man.
He looks it, I can't lie.
Yeah, he's tired.
Yeah. Carrying the weight of Arsenal on your shoulders would be.
Is that what you think he's doing? You're a United fan, aren't you? You're a United fan, aren't you? What are you saying about Ten Hag? You want him to stay?
I don't feel like if they got rid of him and they brought someone in new, I don't know that it's gonna boost. Like the revolving managers. It's just like
That's your legacy, isn't it?
unfortunately
Since
Alex and Ferguson, yes,
Yeah.
it's been a lot. It's been a lot.
Do you try to watch every game?
No, I don't. I don't. You know, I don't keep up with football as much as I used to. I was a proper avid football watcher before, but I don't anymore. I try to catch it here and there. But
What stopped you? What let you fall from United's grace?
it's not United's grace. Just I don't know. I just lost interest in watching it. To be honest.
Did you used to see a guy that used to be an avid United fan?
No. But to be fair, before the guy,
Yeah.
I was an avid United fan.
Serious.
Yeah, my dad's a Man United supporter, so I grew up literally just by proxy because he was a Man United supporter. I became a Man United supporter.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, so I was very involved in any watching all of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So
Can you name 11 players now?
no, I can't lie to you.
So why are you getting really fussed about United drawing? That's fake.
No, but it's a disappointment, man.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's a disappointment. I don't like the position that we're in right now.
But you don't even know the positions that the first 11 take up.
What do you mean?
You can't even name 11 players.
Brent, we can still support
I
without
can
knowing the
That's
players.
not how it works, man.
How
That's
is it
not how it works.
How's it not how it works?
Matter of fact, it could be how it works. Just don't get in a conversation with me, innit?
You wanted
You
to
guys are
conversate with
different
me.
breed.
You came
Because
you-
I didn't know that you
instead-
weren't really a United fan.
No, I am, but I've told you if I've fallen off. I've told you that.
But you watched the Arsenal game.
I was
That is so
I was
interesting.
in the family home and it was on.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and it was on, so I
You had
watched
the
it.
proper supporters watching the game.
What, sorry?
Some proper United supporters were actually watching the game, wanting Arsenal to lose.
Yeah, of course.
Always the case, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man United are haters, you know.
No, but so are Arsenal fans though.
No, not as much as you guys.
The same way you Arsenal fans say Man United fans are thingy, I think Arsenal fans are the same way.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying to get where's my thing yet? All right, so there was also some boxing, man. There's a lot of boxing, by the way, over the weekend. Some really good fights, man. Really, you know what? I feel like the last 2 years might be the best boxing, arguably for like a couple of decades, man. Best boxing cards.
Did Tyson fight over the weekend?
Nah.
So what was the best? What was the good boxing?
All right, so you had. All right, let's start with the domestic. So we had Wardley versus Fraser Clark. So this fight, I basically thought that Wardley was gonna knock him out. To be fair, Fraser Clark, he's like 32 years old. He's only had like 8 or so professional fights, but he's got a good amateur background. One could argue just spent too long in amateurs. Wardley, no amateur background, pretty much. Went straight to pros. He's a younger fighter, much more fresh. I think he's like maybe like early 20s. And yeah, I just felt like the confidence was there. But Fraser Clark showed why having a good amateur background is so important. You know what I'm saying? Because he really used like skill and just, you know what I'm saying? Just like real boxing IQ to make it difficult for Wardley. And one could argue that Fraser Clark won the fight, to be fair. One could really argue that. But the obviously the issue is Wally dropped him once. Can't remember what round it was, and also he got a point deducted for low blows. So with those 2 points gone, it made the fight pretty much even, and that's how it ended. It was it was a draw. So yeah, Woodley kept his belt, and that's what happened, man. But it was a very good fight, man. Very, very good fight. On that same card, if I'm not mistaken, you had also Vidal Riley. I like Vidal Riley, man. He's a cool guy as well, man. I believe back in the day when I used to watch like some Mayweather gym footage and stuff, he used to be there, innit? So he used to train in Mayweather's gym, in Vegas, I believe. Also, he trains KSI. But anyway, he's a professional boxer in his own right, innit? So cruiserweight champion. I believe he's a domestic level fight belt holder as well. So he was fighting against Mikhail Lawal. Big up Lawal, Yoruba brother. But Lawal lost his last fight to Chamberlain. That was a good fight. But Chamberlain dominated him. Dominated. Pure boxing skill, much better than Lawal. So I thought Vidal was going to pretty much easily beat him as well. It was closer. Vidal obviously won the fight. Pretty much, easy. But he made Lawal look a lot better than Chamberlain did. And so obviously after Vidal kept his belt, Chamberlain was ringside basically saying, yo, let's make the fight happen, man. But just know that if you fight in that same way you fought against Lawal against me, you're definitely not winning. You know what I'm saying? And Chamberlain basically is a British title holder, I believe. He took that from Lawal a few months back. Was it late last year? I can't remember. We spoke about it on the show anyway. So yeah, that's that fight as well. Oh, what's that guy's name? Congo versus Marku. So this Marku guy is like Eastern European, I believe. Shorter guy. This guy was on a hype, really on a serious hype, man. Disrespecting Congo all up, leading up to the fight. I believe it's because they were meant to fight earlier, sometime last year. I believe the fight got cancelled. I think because of Congo, maybe injury, something like that. I think. Anyway, leading up to this fight as well, there was some back and forth during their press conference things. Marku pushed him. There was little fights here and there. Marku really disrespected Congo, man. But Congo went in there like a professional. And he got the job done, man. He didn't knock him out or anything. But just in terms of pure boxing skill, frustrating him, keeping him away with the jab, clinching at the right times, not too excessively, but just enough to kind of frustrate Marku. Got the job done, man. Took his belt. So big up Chris Congo, I think from South. So big him up as well. Those were the domestic fights. What else happened? Oh, Marks' guy, Whitaker. He was fighting. I haven't seen that fight. But many people said it kind of exposed him because he pretty much was, he's one of them showboating type of boxers. And apparently he didn't do as much showboating in this fight. Still did a little something here.
Is that the clip that went viral the other day?
I believe so, yes.
Where he was dancing. And
yeah, exactly that same guy. So this time he had a more formidable opponent in it. And that guy wasn't.
Play around.
Yeah. He did a little bit here and there, but it kind of showed that you can only do that to certain guys. This guy made it difficult for him. He still got the win, but he made it difficult for him. Some people, obviously, I'm not too sure if this is excuses, but people are basically saying that Whitaker is in between coaches. So he used to be with Sugar Hill Stewart, who's a serious boxing guy, but obviously that's all the way in America. So it kind of interrupts certain things. Similar to how AJ was with Derek James in America as well. When you're a UK-based fighter, unless you're over there permanently, kind of like how... what's the brother called? The Ghanaian that beat Dan the other day, Dan Aziz, Joshua Boatsi. He's with what's his name? Andre Ward's coach. It's right there, but I can't remember. Anyway, he's in America with him. You know what I'm saying? So he's proper dedicated over there, innit? But anyway, so people are basically saying maybe it's because of that. So anyway, he left Stewart, and right now he basically needs a new coach. So people are saying this, that, and the third in it. Like I said as well, I've not seen a fight in it. People are actually saying, I believe, that there was a clip of him shouting at his coaches. Yeah, in the corner. And when you've got that sort of dynamic between the boxer and the coach, it's not really going to work out, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's, I believe, all of the British fights over the weekend. If someone can correct me, say something in the chat before I move on. But then we also had, the day before, we had... the first PBC and Amazon Prime boxing collabo as well. So PBC, they left Showtime, I believe, and they're now with Amazon Prime. So you're going to get a lot more boxing on Amazon Prime. And they had their main card between Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman at £154, right? Keith Thurman, sick fighter in his day. Right now, this guy's been inactive. Fought maybe one fight in like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And always got injuries. Plus, he's a normal 147 fighter. At 154, it's his first time at 154, I believe. Yeah. And he's fighting Tim Tszyu, who's a formidable champion. Now, a week before, or maybe 2 weeks before, he gets another injury. Has to pull out the fight. And then another guy called Fundora has to step up. Now, Fundora, same weight class as Tim Tszyu, 154. But he, in his last fight, got knocked out. This guy is like 6'5". 6'5", right? So he's already got the reach advantage and all them type of things, but he doesn't use his reach advantage, right? He's always like up close with his opponent. Probably the reason why he got knocked out in the last fight. But that was his only loss. Either way, he did his thing, and he said, you know what, I'm going to step up and fight Tim Tszyu. He was meant to be on that card anyway, but fighting somebody else for a vacant belt. He steps up to fight Tim Tszyu. This fight was, I saw the highlights, I haven't seen the proper fight, but apparently this fight was so sick. Blood everywhere. Like everywhere. Everywhere. Tim Tszyu apparently was winning first 2 rounds. Third round, I think he got the cut. He must have tried to do something, maneuvered out of the way, and he got hit by Fondora's elbow. Messed up his, where was it? I think the top of his head. Blood gushing everywhere. Same thing as well. Fondora got his nose broken as well. Blood from him as well, pouring everywhere. Sick fight. But obviously the blood affected Tim Tszyu probably more than it affected Fondora. Long story short, Fondora took the belt from Tim Tszyu, man. And it was a sick fight. Same card as well. Pitbull Cruz was fighting Rolly Romero. I don't know why I didn't put money on this. Pitbull was always going to kill this guy. Romero just talks too much. Credit to him, though. His first loss was against Tank. Big up Tank every time. And Tank said, this is probably the hardest punch I've fought before. So Romero isn't some useless... No, he's a crap boxer, but he's got power. But Pitbull is one of those guys, short guy, and he's pretty much like his name, and he's a Pitbull. And I just knew he was going to hurt Romero, and he did exactly that. First round, the guy had the guy on wobbly feet from the first round. Credit to Romero. Apparently, he came back, made it a bit more difficult. But by round 7, round 8, I believe, that's when Pitbull got the stoppage and took his belts, man. I think that's all that happened. Oh, Erislandi Lara, I believe he's basically one of the best 154 fighters of all time. But he's 40 years old, still got the belt. I think he's the oldest 154 middleweight champion of all time, I believe. Yeah, because Bernard Hopkins, I don't think was 40 when he was campaigning at middleweight or 154. But anyway, Lara won the fight. A second round knockout, I believe, against Zerafa. And yeah, I think I've covered everything, to be fair. But yeah, that's what happened on boxing, man. There was a lot of boxing over the weekend. Loads of good fights, man. So you guys check it out. I think all the Sky Sports fights, the British ones, they're all on YouTube as well. So you can get good quality stream of that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, I guess we can go into our outro.
Sorry, Brent. One sec. Brent, did you see Andrew Schultz?
Talking about Diddy on stage.
Yeah.
So with the Diddy stuff, right? Obviously, the feds are building their case, right? And I feel they have quite a few witnesses. I think they're just looking to collect as much information as possible before they actually charge him. But he's moving around as though ain't nothing happened. I think he's gonna get slapped in his head very quickly.
You think?
I think so. I don't think the government can make such a show of things and not basically pull him down with whatever trumped up information or real information that they have. I don't think they could just let him just trot about because he's black. Just that. He's black and he's cocky. So I don't think it's not over is what I'm saying. Obviously some people are going on like, see, he's innocent. I'm like, what are you talking about? The same thing that happened with R. Kelly,
is going to happen
It's
with him? You think he's going to end up? Do you think
People
he's going to end up in
see
prison?
R. Kelly's, huh?
You think he's going to end up in prison?
Did he?
Yeah.
That, or he's gonna, what do you call it these days? Unalive himself?
Oh, you think so?
You really think so?
I think that he has far too much information on people to just go down whistling. Did he in jail?
So you don't see him beating the case? You just don't see-
Beating the case?
Yeah.
Impossible. Impossible. Because remember, people keep forgetting that Cassie was a thing. Everything that Cassie said is what he did. So it's not just the case of they can't catch him on trafficking, right? Because I heard that trafficking is just happening to use your plane to basically bring people, and it doesn't have to be paid or not, to go have sex elsewhere, right? So it's not as wild as, you know, you grab somebody off the street,
That kind
you
of,
buckle them into
Okay.
the plane and
Yeah.
you go and, diddle them. But the whole confession or suggestion by that guy that he killed such and such way back when, I mean, he got one over them. He got one up over them. You think they're going to forget that? They're like, all right, cool. And it has implications for J-Lo because she was the one who held the gun and this,
Yeah.
that, and X. Do you understand? So right now, they're trying to make sure everything's cool. The people who need to be protected are protected. And then, all right, cool, I'm going to get you. But there's no way he's just going to basically get off. No
not getting
way. And I don't know about the jail stuff. I just can't see him in jail.
Yeah.
I just can't see him in jail because this is Epstein
That would be
level
a sad
suggestions.
day that Diddy's in jail, you know.
I'm telling you.
That's
I'm telling you.
wild.
This is not Weinstein. This is Epstein levels.
Is it really though?
100%.
You think it's that to that
100%.
level though?
The type of people that were going to the parties. It
Okay,
wasn't just.
okay, the
It wasn't just
type-
hip
okay,
hoppers.
that's up to you.
It wasn't just
Okay,
hip-hoppers.
who he was-
They mentioned the prince.
He was mixing
What are you
with.
talking
Okay.
about?
Okay.
But it's a bit different though, Brent, though, I think. Because attending the parties is different to going to the... Is it different to going to the island? I feel like it's a bit different.
Sorry, you know they had minors. It's suggested allegedly they had underage girls being brought in, and the people who were attending there having their.
Wave
So I don't know what you're talking about.
At the
man.
parties.
This is worse because it's on US soil.
Yeah.
This is more flagrant.
No, but what I'm saying is, at the parties, yeah.
Yes, at the parties.
No, but what I'm saying is, at the parties, you've got people like you said the other day about Joe Budden coming to the parties and leaving. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you can wholesale group people who just attended the party.
Remember, they had a whole set of footage. So when they've gone in, they've collected a whole set of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And in my head, even if it is that they have cameras that record over all data, there would still be archives of compromat that his security guard would make sure and collect once it is that they collect it. Do you understand? Or they film it. It is not.
It's crazy, man.
It is. I believe that they have this confidence because of the informants that they have.
Okay.
It's not just the people who have come out. I believe that there are people that they're just waiting patiently. All right, cool. Information. Bum, 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 bum. Because going in to just read his house, you need to show the judge due cause. You need to prove that it was rightful enough to basically go and ram up his house.
Do you think had Cassie not done what she done, is it because she opened the floodgates that this isn't?
Yeah, but obviously I do believe that the whole I think it's not DiMaggio, the Diageo, the drinks company that he looked this through. I think that's where it kind of began. He basically
I did that powerful,
popped
bro.
his head. But
Yeah,
they're
I
one of
heard-
the biggest.
I saw that,
Okay.
that's the narrative, and I'm just like, is that the same narrative like when Bill Cosby was trying to buy? Like, is that what we're?
100%.
No, because obviously I feel like when a certain high profile man,
mean black?
the black man gets taken down,
Yeah.
they associate it with a pivotal moment. Bill Cosby
Stepped out your station, man.
buying that.
Mm.
Now this drink company
Bear in mind,
is
I have
now
no
behind all
sympathy
this.
for Bill because he did all that shit.
Nah, man.
What?
Bill's not in prison, man.
Sorry, what are you saying? He didn't drug all them women?
Again, there's no evidence based on the court.
I know what you're talking about. Anyway, I have no sympathy for any of these black men who are doing the madness, right?
Of course, if they're doing
and they
it.
were in bed with these whites, and then they now want to basically look to shake the table.
Nor do I. That's why I don't like the narrative of, oh, this is a takedown for the black man. And we don't have the same energy for Epstein. Babes, Epstein's dead.
Oh, you mean the people who basically say they forget everything that Diddy's accused of,
Yeah,
and
like
then
I
say,
just
it's the whites against the blacks.
Yeah, I don't like that whole putting that as a forefront of it's now a takedown. Like, you know, they target these men and we must like, because I can't lie to you, like Diddy wasn't like a representative of BOE. Like, let's be clear. Like he
He shat on his own people.
Like I don't feel like that's a
I remember when it is that he gave the masters back to his artists, he said that they had to sign this NDA and they weren't allowed to talk about anything that happened during that particular time.
Crazy.
Well,
can the NDA be overturned in court? So in a situation like this, could the court ask me, not me, but you know what I'm saying? Let's say like the Locks or somebody, you know what I mean? Mace. It's not looking good for Diddy, man.
It's really not.
There was a clip that recently resurfaced with Mace being interviewed, and I think he was asked if Diddy could do a gospel album, because obviously he was going to gospel, and then he was like, they were like, we're like, oh, okay, you're going to gospel. About Diddy gonna do a gospel album, and then he laughed and said, "Can RuPaul do a gospel album?"
Oh wow,
That's what May said.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, that's way back when. That's way back when. Do you understand?
That's mad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's mad.
That's way back when homosexuality wasn't the waviest thing. Do you understand? Obviously, you can say that now. It's like, of course, it can. Sure. Get priests to jump in too.
But saying that though, Mace became a pastor though, innit?
Yeah. What I mean?
Could he have not made a gospel album? Obviously, he's not in the same line here, but
he suggested.
I know what he's saying.
What?
I know it's not the same thing, but yeah.
Wait. That's I can't lie to you. With R. Kelly,
yeah.
Obviously, like done out here. Me personally, I wasn't a big enough R. Kelly fan to be dying on the hill like the way people were dying on the hill for him, and I don't run back to his catalogue.
Okay.
So when everyone was like cancel, like I didn't care less because I didn't run back to his. I don't care. Like I wasn't that much of a fan of his. Like obviously, there's obviously certain music, but there's the way people talking like, oh, they can't live without his music. I don't actually care. I could live without it, but I can't lie to you. Did he? I can't lie to you. That's gonna be a struggle.
Wait.
As in, not Diddy's catalogue, but Diddy's who he's produced. You mean?
No.
Wait,
to erase his whole entire catalogue.
Before I jump into this, an NDA can be overturned in court. Illegal reasons, public interest, unconscionability. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Duress of coercion, ambiguity, breach of contract. If I had a couple of seconds, I'd be able to land that word. I don't know what that looks like.
I think Von would know. Tell us,
Mr. Esquire.
No, Mr. Esquire.
Challenging, but no proof. Yeah. So it can. So that NDA don't mean nothing.
Interesting.
So they're saying, if he's found guilty, then you are going to stop listening to all of Bad Boy.
No. I'm saying obviously the way they did
anything that he wrote, produced, touched.
No. The way they did R. Kelly, obviously the whole cancellation thing is going to be a thing, is it not? Are they not going to treat him the same way?
Yeah, probably.
Of his music? His albums, you mean?
You know, there once it was a point.
You mean everything he produced?
You know, there once it was a point where
Biggie.
DJs could not even play R. Kelly in the club because they was like, we're not going to do this. I feel like they reverted back. I feel like they play him now. I don't really care. But before it was like, we're not doing this.
100%. But if, and this is the weirdest thing about this community of ours, if it's proven that he diddled with underage girls and boys, I don't even know if it is the underage boys would be a thing where they would cancel him like that, but underage girls, they'd be finished. But everything else, nope. Everything else, nope.
What's the else?
Look at what happened to Cassie.
Oh, okay, yeah. I hear you. Yeah, people will forget about that.
Of course. They've already forgot about it.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
no, they have. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's not like they're not gonna erase that man's like. you see Mano talking up for him.
But to be honest,
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
when was the last time you listened to any of Bad Boy Records?
Huh?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Bad Boy Records.
Yeah.
And then the artists.
Any artists? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is you living yesterday.
We like.
Oh.
That's in rotation. There's a lot of rotation.
I don't
It's
even
in
yesterday.
rotation.
I
I'm
don't
not gonna lie
even
to you.
yesterday. It's easy for me.
Okay, I can't lie to you. That's gonna be difficult for me.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Goddamn.
To be fair though, I definitely don't see anybody cancelling Biggie because of Puffy, because of this. Impossible.
Yeah, I don't even think Biggie likes
Impossible.
Puffy too much anyway.
Yeah, I don't think either.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make a case argue that.
Nah,
They're gonna make an argument
They'll
for
fight
why.
clips too.
Yeah. They'll do.
They better stop right there, man.
Can you imagine more money, more problems? I can't. Oh, Jesus.
It's not possible. It's not possible, man.
Wait, no. All about the Benjamins. No. I'm sorry, yeah. I'm going to the gym, yeah, and All About the Benjamins is in my playlist. So, after this, I can't play All About the Benjamins.
No, you can play it. You just have to mute Diddy's part.
Hate Me Now, Nas.
Yeah, mute Diddy's part. Yeah. The guy was only talking in that one. You know what I'm saying? They ain't definitely not cancelling no Nas because of Diddy. Hell no. No chance. No chance.
That's a sad day, you know.
It is, you know. But imagine, remember like you guys were saying last week that people apparently could be trying to get things together for Jay-Z as well. Now that would be crazy.
Well, the Hovengers are they're gonna make an argument for the Hovengers are gonna make an argument. They're not cancelling Jay-Z.
But Jay-Z ain't done. I mean, based on from the surface, yeah. Like I don't see what Jay-Z's done. Like what is the case being made? You know what I'm
As in
saying?
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the case being made for him?
What have I heard? I have heard allegedly he was into the underage stuff. He was the one that was messing with Rihanna when Chris Brown found out that she was sucking Willie, allegedly. And then that's what he like confronted her about. And she didn't like the fact that he found out that that's what she was doing. So the fight ensued. And obviously, we know what happened with Chris Brown after that. What else have I heard? The whole relationship with R. Kelly was because they were sharing
Women or girls,
girls, please.
or allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. Yeah.
As in the reason why they're friends, or the reason
They were deep friends and they made albums together.
Yeah, they made 2 albums.
Yeah.
Is it true? Because I heard that Jay-Z was with Aaliyah before Dame.
This is also right up there in one of the accusations, alleged accusations.
Allegedly.
Yes.
That's not true, man.
Why do you keep doing that? Why do you like doing that?
No, the thing is, I heard that rumor even back then.
No, but why
Like,
is
that
your
was-
first thing to say that's not
Like
true?
that was a big rumor.
Like, why can't you shut him out?
I can't see that being the case.
Then say that.
No, but in my
say
head,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
but it's the same thing.
That being no, it's not.
Why? What's
You
the
just
difference?
said no. It's not
That he
true.
could, so wait, that he couldn't have been with Aaliyah before Dame.
Yeah.
Dame.
You're crazy, man.
Oh,
only
come
because of the overlaps, isn't it? I'm not seeing.
And you don't.
I ain't put my neck up for
I
none
can't
of
lie.
you
There
niggas,
was
man.
rumors that was part of a big part of the beef.
100%.
What?
Yes,
That's
that was
impossible.
a thing. That was a rumor.
But why? How could that ever be a
Tossing
rumor?
for the tiny top.
Oh, this guy.
Red, I cannot.
These Negroes are disgusting.
No, but that's not the reason for their beef. Because they
No,
remember,
I'm not saying. But people were saying that was an underline. That was a thing.
all right.
Oh crap! Today's the 2nd, isn't it?
Yes,
Ah,
that's
what
right.
was the first? Jet lag and that.
Oh man, all right, cool, man.
The thing is, the industry is so sordid.
I can't put anything past
Yeah,
any of these people.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
it's
the
true,
thing.
it's true.
None of these people.
This is the thing. The industry is so.
No, it's true. You can't.
None of these people, man.
Because why would I not put it past? There's like girls are running to Dubai to get shitted on. So why would I not put anything past these people? And for less. Talk less of the industry people.
It's crazy, man.
It's mad.
It's crazy. All right.
It's mad.
We're ready in the outro, innit?
Yes.
All right, people. Thank you for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being with us this morning. Thank you for Christy.
Thank you.
Thank you to Christy, rather, for coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Lord, for Christy, 100%. I'll spend the time with you. Like Jesus.
Remember, guys, follow us on social media at The Day After TMB on everything, pretty much. Yeah, man, make sure you're here tomorrow, man. We'll
Like the video, please. Like the video.
Thank you. Share the video as well. Let's get the subscriptions up, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m.
Bye.
Peace.